Hi everybody, it's Tina at Tina Stitches. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is video number 4, I believe. I have the dogs in here with me, so there's going to be a little bit of distraction. I'm stitching from my stitchy spot today because sharing with you from my stitchy spot because I would rather be stitching than anything else. And I didn't want to clear off my desk, so I am just going to get to it so that I can get to stitching. I haven't filmed for the last couple weeks because it's been stressful. The 3rd of June was my late father-in-law's birthday, and I was going to film that day. I had planned to film that day, but I was really emotional, and it wasn't really because it was his birthday. It was because my father lives 1,000 miles away and I haven't seen him for 2 years. I think it'll be 2 years now since we've actually been in the same room together, so it just made me miss him even more. Even now I'm getting... So it's Father's Day weekend, so this weekend I'm going to be stitching on his stocking. And I didn't bring my list with me, but I will just share my whips in the order that they are in the pile here. I only worked on a couple of projects, mostly. I haven't touched the Christmas Couriers or Alice or the Mom Quatrail since the last video, so I'm going to show you the others. And sorry for the crinkling. So this is Nora Corbett's Lily of the Valley. Doing this for my niece. It's on 16 count hand dyed by Rhonda. I cannot remember her name. I'm sorry. I don't know how well the lighting is going to pick it up, but the last time I showed it, I had just the dark green colors on this side done. And so I actually got a lot done. You can't really see the whites over here, the flowers, but I think once the rest of the dress is in, it'll really show up. So that's one, and there's that little needle minder that I made from that little girl's treasure, which that story got cut off in the last video. That little bowl that I was showing you, we went to take the dogs for a walk. We couldn't find their leads. They were nowhere in the house, and I told my husband, well, maybe they're in the car. So he really, really dug into the seats in the car, and out came that little bowl. Our car, we did buy it used, but that really, it was really deep in there because of the 4 years that we've had that car. Never had anything else pop up like that. So that's that one. Things are going to fall over here. Now, my niece's, my nephew's girlfriend's stocking. This is by Just Nan. It is Sugar Plum Violet's stocking. And when I last showed it, I just had the top border done. And now I did this, the flower. There was one row of stitching there, and then the flowers. And when I did this, the first purple flower here, I messed up, and I had almost all of it done, and then I realized that I had messed up and I had to frog the whole thing, all but the first like 5 stitches that are touching the border. So it's coming along now. It's not my favorite project because of the frogging. I'm sure that tainted it some. It's a nice project, and this is the stocking that I did for my nephew, was this one. So that's why I thought this one would go well as a companion. I don't know if you could hear me behind that. I know sometimes it muffles. So that's those. And the next one is the stocking for my dad. Sorry about the glare. So it is called Christmas Eve Fun, Dimensions Gold. Kit using all the recommended fabric. Not recommended, all the kitted and so that's where I am. I think the last time I only had this and the dark blue part way, I think. So this is going to be my project for the next week. I have a dog on my lap, so it's making it a little harder to move around. Come here, Gidget. Say hi. Say hi. What's this? What's that? Look at that. Isn't she pretty? Hey. Okay, you can go lay down now. So she gets off. So the next project, I've been working on this one. I looked it up. I've been working on this since November of 2013. So I really want to get this one done. And it's one of those ones that it's for my son. And he's probably like, yeah, whatever. And this is just a black and white copy. So that's what the finished stocking will look like. And this is on 18 count white Ada. Ada is not my friend. But that's where I am. I have only got about a page left. The last time, I think since last time I've done all the black from here over. It's about 2 columns down that I finished. I try to get a column done every time I work on it, but I don't park, strictly saying. I go as far as I can with that color and then I park it. I don't do the whole block, but I try to, my goal is I fill in every stitch in that column and I travel. So at the end of the week, I hope to have that whole column plus more finished. So that's that. And then the last one I have to get up for. I don't even know if I'll be able to show it from my chair. Let's get back here and see. There we go. This is Beloved Haid. Artwork by Adele Sessler. And I know I've done from the eye over to make it down past row 40. And same with on this page here. That's page 7. It's 12 stitches wide. My husband's outside with the lawnmower, so you might hear a rumble out there. Again, I don't park in the strictest sense. I try to work as much as I can with that strand of floss, and then I either tie it off, or I'll keep going with it, or I'll just park it. If I don't want to go too far down, I'll just park it and leave it, and then it's a point of reference for the rest of the stitching that I'm doing around that. Let me put this back now. Oh, knock it off. And the thrift store find, we have a Salvation Army here, not a thrift store. I went there, we dropped some stuff off, and I went in and I had a look, and I don't expect to find anything there. I don't, besides me and my sister, I don't think there's anybody else here that's into cross stitch, but I could be wrong. There could be 100 people here and we just don't know each other. So anyways, I did find a bag inside of a bin, and I don't mean a big bin, I mean like a Rubbermaid tote bin, and it was just full of yarn, and I just dug in just to see, maybe I'd get something, but I did find this, and I do use it. It's pearl cotton. This is number 8, and they're Anchor, but to me, I don't care that much about the brand when it comes to pearl cotton. I have a bunch of DMC, and mostly I have it because I've accumulated it for the Just Nan and other projects. But I'm sure if I ever need to do a big project, there are 6 balls of the number 8 color 387, and there's one slightly darker, well, not slightly darker, same kind of family. This one's actually DMC. I just can't read the color. But I'll use it somewhere, or I'll pass it on to somebody else. That's my whips and my finds. I don't have a whole lot else. Let me just grab my book here. My plans. I've been going through the Stitch Mania Sal's and seeing which ones I could participate in. I'm doing the Father's Day stitch along, and I think I'm going to try on the 21st is the Cancer Color a Day stitch along, and the color is silvery blue or smoky gray, and that actually would fit with the stocking that I'm doing for my dad, the Christmas Eve fun, so that will work for that. July's Jeweled Journey all month, that brings me to my other mania starts. Like I said, I haven't touched the Christmas couriers, and I want to do them. I just fitting them into I don't have much time. Fitting them into stitch is an issue. I want to get certain projects done. Keegan's stocking, my dad's stocking, Elena's stocking can be whenever. Lily of the Valley would be nice to give it to her for either Christmas or her birthday, so May or December, so I have a year really. If it's done by Christmas, it's a Christmas present. Alice, I'd like to get done this year, just because I'm trying to get an Alice project done every year, ever since my 40th, because we did a huge Alice birthday bash. And I have some of the mementos in here. It was the party of the year, the party of a lifetime. And so I just want to commemorate that with a lot of Alice projects. Saying a lot. Anyways, July. Christmas in July. I'm thinking this is not on the Stitch Mania thing. With the Jewel Journey all month, the Christmas couriers are full of beads and full of treasures. So that would fit with that. And I'm thinking there's 10 projects and there's 20 weekdays. So help me out. I can either focus on one to have it finished to display this year, or I can work on one every day for 2 weeks and then rotate it back, or do one for 2 days and then rotate through that way. And on the weekends I'll do one of the stockings. So that's a Christmas project all month. I might get sick of it. I'll probably get sick of it, but there's such a variety of them, and the Nora Corbetts are beautiful. I just love those. So I'm having a hard time deciding whether to finish one or to put it down and pick up another one. Full coverage on the 5th. No, I'm looking at the July schedule. Full coverage on the 5th. If I'm not done Keegan's stocking, that's a full coverage piece. Work that whip. I got so many whips that won't be hard to do. On the 23rd is Color a Day, Leo, orange or yellow. I don't have very much that. Orange and yellow are not my favorite color. I will not pick something deliberately because, oh my God, it has orange and that's such a wonderful color. No. Red. 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 Red is my favorite color. Even Gidget's collar is red. Right, Gidget? Come here. Yeah. And you know what Gidget likes to do? She likes to play ball. Where's the ball? Yeah, it's keeps her entertained, but man, it can be annoying because she sits behind you with the ball. And it gets gross. It just gets so slimy and disgusting. So anyways, I think that's all that I have to share. I'm really appreciating you guys sticking around and watching me. I know I'm not the most exciting floss tuber. I don't spend a lot of money. My cash, my make today count, cash count so far, I have accumulated on the 3rd I did a lot of house cleaning, like washing walls and ceilings, so I gave myself a $10 bonus for that. And that brings we went for a walk on the 11th, a nice long walk, and then yard work for almost 3 hours, so that's another $9. So I'm getting close to $100, and I added it up. I have to, I think it's about $120 that of treasures and beads and floss. There's some specialty floss, Karen water lilies, I think, for the couriers. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. I did spend about, well, I bought gifts for people, but those are gifts. Those don't count. That's totally different budget. So yeah, I'm getting, I think it's about $90 now that I have accumulated for my cash for stash. So maybe I'll have an order put in for next time. I hope not to leave such a long gap between the videos, because you leave a gap and then I'm not going to do it this week. I don't have the time. So I'll try to be more on the ball. There are so many floss tubers out there that are so great. I just watched one today. I think it was Aussie Stitcher. I should make a list of my favorite floss tubes and share them, because they're great. There was a mother and daughter team, and they're great. They bounce their lingo off of each other and get out of my life. I love that line. That is just such a hilarious help. So hilarious, those two. I have thought about doing one with my sister, but right now we're not even really communicating right now. So I'm not talking to her. I shouldn't say that. I do. But anyways, I should go. The dogs are being all mopey. And it's a gray day. It's such a horrible day. But the stuff has to be done. But I'm going to stitch. I'm going to put my dad's stocking on the frame. That's why I had to get this video done, because when it's on the stand, I can't show it properly. So I thought I better do the video before I put it on the stand. So now I'm going to put it on the stand, and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to enjoy it. And I hope that you guys are enjoying your stitching time and get as much done as you can. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.